So chat, I'm gonna do this again. We're doing Raising the Bar Redux again because I enjoyed it and was intrigued by it. And if you're seeing this on Full Sauce, there's a chance you're seeing this paired with yesterday, what I played. And if not, you want to watch my Half-Life stuff from yesterday. One of the reasons I'm playing this today also is because I got home really late and I couldn't think of what to play, so I figured, let me just play this. The video of it yesterday went on Full Sauce. What did Johnny name that? Let me just take a quick look. Just so people know what to look for in case it's not included. So it is named Half-Life 2 Workshop Maps, Project Borealis, and Beta Recreation. Okay. Good enough, I guess. Well, if anything, if anything, I'll just go and I'll add this to the title. And then, you know, maybe this will just be included. Hey, Gordon, about that drink I owe you.
Holy shit. Looks like you're in some trouble.
That's definitely him, isn't it? That's Barnyard. Has to be.
About that beer I owed you.
Oh, God.
It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black Mesa. Oh, man. I'd love to catch up on everything now, Gordon, but we need to get you out of here first. That whole mess at Terminal Plaza won't buy us a whole lot of time. You remember Kleiner, right? Your old colleague? He's got a lab at the other side of the industrial sector. Let's try to get you there quickly and quietly before they figure out who's who.
It's barn adjacent. Barnant, yes.
Alright, good. I managed to get your data wiped off the human index, but don't take any chances. Keep moving and keep a low profile. Ah, shit. That's what I was afraid of.
They can't get past the bucket, don't worry.
Just keep moving, buddy.
God, it's such a weird, like, alternate reality take on Half-Life. It's kind of bugging me out. I've listened to more of the commentary, and the landing on the crate thing was supposed to signify that you can... that, like, certain things are very breakable. And also, like, there's the landing spot. And it's just amazing how, like, even little details I've thought about, or I've seen for years by playing Half-Life 2 over and over and over again, were so much more thought about, and so much more, like, labored over than I ever thought they were. Just, like, tons of iteration. There was one person who kept throwing a box at Kleiner over and over and over again? Was that what I heard correctly? So, the question for me is, do these lessons apply to this? Like, is this going to have some of those lessons? And is it going to end up, now that I know some of the tricks that were used for the invisible tutorials, is it going to be... is it going to be good? And we'll see. So far, it's been pretty good. The intro's been solid. Really shows how game devs were more thoughtful back then in a show don't tell way. I wouldn't say game devs across the board. Valve has just been extremely, like, detail-oriented and conscientious of this sort of stuff. Which is why Half-Life 1 and 2 endure to this day. And clearly we're gonna get Half-Life 3 in the next year, so that's cool. You will sit at the machines in the piston factory, and you will love it. How far did you get into the commentary? I'm watching it in a YouTube video. It's like I'm just kind of listening to it mostly, and then looking once in a while. I would say almost halfway. You know what? No, maybe like an hour and a half out of 3 hours, and I did watch the documentary. The documentary was great. Vinny, you sound Thrussy injured. I had practice and screamed today, yes. This is what I sound like after Atom Bomb. Drink the spicy water. I will drink regular water. Yeah, I'm okay. This is something... I've made decisions to stream on nights of practice. And, as long as you can still hear me and understand what I'm saying, I don't mind. I need some Gollum juice. Yeah. When Andy Serkis played Gollum in Lord of the Rings, they had this disgusting juice that they made him for his throat, so that he could keep doing the voice. And it was like hot, like tea, honey, lemon, which all sounds good, but there was some other stuff in there too. Ginger. It wasn't disgusting. Didn't he say it was disgusting? Or maybe it's just because he drank it so much. Ever thought about doing a whisper track? I don't fully know what that means, but once in a while, I throw a little, I've done whisper vocals. Is the cube map missing? Alright. It's a pretty long intro, like, without weapons.
Stop looking at me like that.
Gotta say, this feels more dystopian than City 17. So when I played it yesterday, we talked about how oppressive this is and how, like, relatively darker it is, and how the weird thing about City 17 is that it almost kind of looks normal, which kind of makes it more fucked up in a way, whereas this is so very, like, clearly dystopia. And that's, you know, that's fine. The subtleness of Half-Life 2, I think, ended up working in its favor. This is just a different kind of thing. Meat light. I don't like this better, like so far at least, but I think it's really cool, which is why I wanted to return to it. And obviously the devs put, like, a ton of effort into this to make it as much of an alternate reality version of Half-Life 2 as possible. And, I like it. I'm just curious what the weapons are gonna be like. Someone said, I never thought of City 17 as almost normal, personally. I mean, you can see a guy getting beat to death and people being lit away the first hour. Oh, no, 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 I meant the land itself, like the landscapes. Like, it's kind of sunny, you know? The buildings are still, in the beginning at least, pretty intact. You know, you do go out into nature, but, like, Cloud the planet's dying, and people are, like, there's, like, fertility suppression fields, and... but this is just smoke being, like, belched into the sky, and, you know, like, it's dark, and, like, cloudy, and gross, and everything is, like, so obviously dystopian. Piston factories everywhere. Yeah, it's the Silent Hill 2 piston factories. Who knows what they're using the pistons for? It doesn't really matter. They need them. Is this a piston factory? It kinda is. It actually is! They love their pistons. But yes, it's nice to escape life once in a while and watch Blade Runner, you know, a dystopian movie, or play this, a dystopia, or Final Fantasy VII, a dystopia. I have a type of escapism I tend to like, I suppose. Or Stalker 2. You know, Stalker 2's reviews, like, they have it embargoed 2 hours before release. And there's some speculation that the game is going to be buggy and have really, really bad performance. And that's not a great sign, but yeah, I'm still hoping that it will be good. Stalker 1 was pretty sloppy when that came out, if I remember correctly. So, and buggy. But yeah, I mean, I hope that if that's the case, then they can fix it quickly. The sloppy stalker. What other things are sloppy? Toppy. Is this Vortigaunt more meaty than usual? Isn't it weird that the Metro Cops, that Gordon escaped and the Metro Cops don't care? What the fuck happened in here? I don't... Currently, I don't think they know who I am. Nor do they care. I think they're just, like, kind of focused on their daily beatings. Barney said you were removed from the human index. Oh yeah, that too. But even before that, before you get to Barn... Please. Please. Also, on a side note, chat, my phone stopped fast charging, and it loses its charge pretty quickly these days. So, it charges regularly, but, The only thing that was making me keep this phone, it's a Samsung, was the fast charging. So, I guess, rip. Are you sure it's not the cable? Yeah, I replaced the cable and I replaced the fast charging, thing. So, either new battery or new phone. Yeah, we'll see. Does it get warm? No, not really. Planned obsolescence? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I have the new webcam already. I've got a good one that was not even that expensive. I mean, it is expensive, but you know. So, we'll see. It might be, according to Phil Irkluzar, it's better than mine by a decent degree. So, hopefully it'll look nice. VDub is not going anywhere near that fucking thing.
It's about time you showed up, Gordon. Come on, Kleiner's waiting for us.
God, that voice just makes me so, like, uncomfortable. It's very clearly not Barney. I wonder what Kleiner's gonna sound like. Wow, it's Kleiner's lab. But it's still kind of Kleiner's lab, but it's just more fucked up.
Look who's here.
Blast that little... Where did she get to? Lamar, come out of there!
Doc, someone here to meet you.
What is it, Barney? Another fugitive? You can't keep dragging at every stray, you...
Green shirt?
Oh my goodness!
I thought that would get your attention.
Is it really? I just... Gordon Freeman... I'd given up hope. It is Gordon, isn't it? And why on earth did you bring him here, Barney? If they follow him here, my work is ruined.
It's okay, Doc. Relax. So far, we haven't set off any alarms, though we should keep moving.
Well, if you say so, but I really think this is most unwise. It could jeopardize not only Gordon's mission, but years of my research.
Don't mind him, Gordon. We've all been on edge.
You know, it's not that bad.
To apologize.
The Kleiner voice.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you. Absolutely delighted. You look a bit pale, but nothing like... My God, Barney, they'll be scouring the city. Are you sure it's worth the risk?
Just get him in his suit and I could give him off to Eli's.
Eli's?
No, Alex.
But Dr. Mossman has been waiting for him.
Oh, and how was that supposed to work exactly?
I'll have to call her right away. I'm sure she'll think of something. I must say, it's unfortunate they couldn't have found a way to deliver you directly to Kraken Base. It's extremely secure.
Look, Doc, Eli's place is a hell of a lot closer. I'm not taking him in his civvies either.
Excellent point. Yes, the sooner you are suited up, the better.
Yes.
Let's brush the dust of the old outfit, shall we?
First of all, I want some of this orange soda. Please let me drink the orange soda. The forbidden orange soda. Breaking as much scientific experiment. Oh. They filled the lab with a lot of interesting stuff. Propsy.
Pleased to see this after your hazardous journey. I can't vouch for the combination, but still, there is a choice of diet or regular.
Knock it off, Doc.
I just thought Gordon might be a bit parched.
You were an odd Doc. Get that thing away from me!
Lamar, there you are.
Oh, I thought you got rid of that pest.
Certainly not. Never fear, Gordon. She is
Slimy.
beaked and completely harmless. The worst she might do is attempt to couple with your head, fruitlessly. Here, my pet. Up. No, not up there. Oh, fie. It'll be another week before I can coax her out of there.
Maybe I can convince her to stay longer.
Well, Gordon, go ahead. Slip into the suit now.
This is an interesting machine.
It's time to suit up, Gordon.
Thick thigh, Gordon.
Well, Gordon, I see you've slipped into your AGV suit. I've made a few adjustments, but still in all, it should be the suit you remember. Let's familiarize you with the basic functions, and we can be on our way.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Combine fucked with the water. I wonder if you get an achievement for crushing each of these cans. Doc, can you give me a weapon? Yummy. Filth.
Now, over here, you'll see a collection of charging mechanisms. We have enabled the HEV suit to draw power from a variety of common Combine charging systems using a standard UBC interface. And this will allow you to avail yourself of the same devices utilized by the Metro Police and Combine military.
So always look for the Combine label.
At any rate, power up your suit and we'll move on.
You should try the mega dump of all the beta maps. I did.
Very good. Now, the same interface is often used
Interesting
for
noise.
treating injuries. If you come across a Combine automatic like this one, you seem to be slightly fatigued. What is...
Vinny, can you set your speaker config to headphones? Oh, is that what's going on?
Go ahead, Gordon. Try out the automatic. That ought
That might be better.
to make you feel much better.
Okay, gang, time's a wasting.
This is real quiet.
I'm gonna need to send out word to Eli so we can smooth the way for Gordon to get out of town.
I told you, Barney, I intend to solicit Dr. Mossman's advice.
It's like a meat grinder, but it's just some weird alien, like, fungus meat.
Much as I agree, he would be
Great
outside
meat jump. Oh, hi, Lamar. Wait, Lamar.
It's a special case. We can't just send him into the wilderness with a sharpened stick and our best wishes. He needs to go somewhere his education can be put to good use. Now, let's proceed, shall we? This way, Gordon.
They were saying in the commentary that there were players who would, like, be intent to listen to everything that they had to say, and then there are other players who would just look around the lab and jump around like morons. I guess you can tell what kind of player I am. So that's why they filled the lab, the original Half-Life 2 lab, with tons of, like, little things to see and play with. Fucking morons.
It should only take a moment.
Mossman's just gonna tell you what I've been saying. Get him to Eli's place and Eli can take it from there.
Kleiner, is that you?
Yes, good morning, Elena.
This better not be a social
Who the hell is this?
doctor. I'm running a critical sequence right now.
She looks like a
Well,
plastic
I think you'll agree this
figurine.
is critical as well. I'm standing here with my old protege, Gordon Freeman.
Freeman? What's he doing there?
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, actually.
You're telling me he's in City 17? That's the worst place he could be.
It was a surprise to me as well, I assure you.
Tell her I'll smuggle him out to Eli's place.
Joanna Dark's stunt double, yeah.
We're wondering if Eli's colony might not be the best place for him right now. As my man here points out, it has the advantage of being much more accessible than Kraken.
Accessible? You mean vulnerable?
You hear the noise it makes when I jump off his head?
Over those rocks if the Combine gets wind of him. No. We need to get him down here, where it's safe. And I can put him to work. Eli's facilities are too primitive. No. Just port him over. I'll clear the receiver for the transmission.
But Doc, the last time you tried this...
I've made major strides since then, Barney. Major strides.
I'm telling you, we should be heading for Eli's.
His teleport is still in pieces. You've got no way to get there except on foot.
Sometimes the old ways are the best.
Well, Gordon,
Best.
seeing as Barney would rather call you a taxi cab than trust us in our area of expertise.
All right, Doc, but I gotta tell you.
Get me in there. Looks like a diving bell? No. Oh, you know what this reminds me of a little bit? The movie Contact.
Excellent. All set, Barney.
Yeah, except this gnawing certainty of doom.
No.
A bathysphere, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Let's see. The massless field flux shoots self-limit, and I've clamped the manifold parameters to...
You know, Mr. Wolf, my goon chamber was immaculate.
Gilbert inclusive. Barney, there's a little dial with a nameplate under it that says Yukawa. Can you please read me that number?
Barney, Yukawai.
3793.37. Are you writing this down?
That's not necessary. Just checking for potential modular interference in the interstices. Conditions could hardly be more ideal.
That's what you said last time.
Devs of this could
That poor
benefit
cat.
from a little more brevity. Very long
Well,
opening.
on our
Yep.
past mishaps, shall we? Initializing in 3, 2, 1.
I'll be damned.
Ah, warming up nicely.
At your leisure, Doctor.
Stage 2. Barney, please throw the switch.
Yeah, the Kleiner impression is very, very good. Most of the time. But yeah, it's a long intro. You go a long time without shoot. And this lab sequence, it feels like it takes longer
Don't hurry on my behalf.
before you get into the Mountain Dew capsule.
Now!
Well, I confess, I'm pleasantly surprised that worked. I guess
that Mossman's
Kleiner is
face?
farther along than I thought. Welcome to Kraken Base, Dr. Freeman. Our home beneath the sea. It's an honor and a pleasure to finally meet you. I'm Alina Mossman, Kraken's director.
Mossman.
But really, I'm just another researcher doing my part. Now, let me get you out of there. Wait a minute. What the hell?
He's back?
Oh, fine. It was going so well. I'll see if I can hold him.
Phi. Full squid.
What the hell?
What the hell is going on?
I wish I knew. I'm encountering unexpected interference.
That's it, I'm getting him out of there.
Borealis!
I see him. Stand back. I'm gonna try to break out this window. Where? Dr. Kleiner!
Well, it was a nice try. But in the end, everybody died. It was a good man.
Doc, you poor sap. Well, we're not gonna do any good hanging around here.
Wait, he's actually
Get out
dead?
here. I'll try to tidy things up and get Kleiner to safety. Well, before you go, Gordon,
No,
you need
he's-
this. You left this back at Black Mesa.
No, he's alright.
Now hurry, get out of here.
He's made of stone after all, so I think, yeah, he's gonna be just fine. He was supposed to die in the first drafts? Well, Barney said he was gonna drag him to safety. Why would you need safety for a dead person? Good crowbar noises. Chat, I don't know how to describe the feeling I'm getting from playing this, but it is very, very weird. Like, knowing Half-Life 2, and then just having all the events kind of jumbled into something different is very strange. It really is like looking into an alternate universe, yeah. Someone said, sigh, yet another Piglet's Big Game horror, like. YouTube video essay coming soon, chat. Piglet's Big Adventure is more horrifying than you think. Why Piglet's Big Adventure is the most horrific of all the games. Piglet's Big Adventure killed me. Here's how. In 5 easy steps. Chat is a panopticon. You don't know what a panopticon is. Yeah, it's a... yes. Prisoners are arranged in such a way that they can be monitored at all times. No prisoner knows if they're being watched, but the threat of being watched is what keeps them in check. Anyway, ludonarrative dissonance is a term meaning... Plapnapticon.
You'll attract unwanted attention.
Yeah, Panopticon, the reason I know what that is, or Panopticon, is because Peter Gabriel put out a song called Panopticon, like, last year? And he put out a pretty damn good album. Can you pick better messages to read? No. Oh. Are there any YouTubers in chat? No? Okay. Get 'em, fellers. If you're a YouTuber, can you make Piglet's Big Adventure is more horrific than you think? Please? Well, they probably know we're here now.
55%.
What counts as a YouTuber? Okay, what counts as a YouTuber? Your sub count is directly tied to your sense of well-being. Oh, you get the stun stick, too. I'm kind of glad they didn't give you the stun stick in, Half-Life 2 original, because the crowbar is just, you know, so perfect. Also, it looks like the pistol... It's the USP match again. Oh, it's got a right-click. I like the way this match looks. I am maybe, I don't know how everyone feels about this. I've mentioned it before, but I think the USP match is a pretty cool looking pistol. I know it gets a little bit of shit, but it feels like the right choice for Half-Life 2. music is real interesting, and even more dystopia sounding than previously. Maybe. It's like industrial dystopia. You've mentioned how you've never been a fan of the Glock. Yeah, the Glock I find to be... I mean, listen, again, this is just, like, more video game. Like, I don't actually, my gun interest is kind of more video game related, but I will say the Glock, I find it a very, boring looking weapon. So I like the match more. It's the playground. It's not even a Glock. I'm talking about in Half-Life 1, there's a Glock. And the Glock in general. I'm good with Glockenspiels. Have you ever gone to a gun range, IRL? I have one time, yes. I shot a Walther. Like, it wasn't a PPK, it was bigger. And, I shot a bolt action. Walther. But yeah, just that one time. Was it a P99? It could have been. It was bigger than, a PPK. And it had a bit of a kick to it. I believe it was 45 rounds. Is this the most recent version of the game? Maybe. You know what? Yeah, I downloaded it yesterday. The apartments raid seems to be shifted to where you actually can fight back. Oh, you can charge the stun stick. Cool. Thanks, chat member. Ooh. That's pretty overt. That's one thing I'm trying to get used to is the weapon sway is pretty intense. Get it. Dearest Melpert, what did I miss?
Civil protection is onto us.
Oh!
Now they're flooding the areas up ahead with manhacks. You'd better get going before they sweep through here.
Chadneck. Oh yeah, citizen? What if I told you I'm a Combine? Never mind.
Walk into it. Yeah.
Master Miller, do you have any advice for me? Snake, my only advice is wash your teeth 3 times a day. You were gonna say ass, weren't you? Yes. But that's what we like to call toilet humor in the biz, Snake. And that's unacceptable. You go to hell before you die. And I don't work blue, Snake, because I'm your pal, Master Miller. Your one true and only friend, here in Shadow Combine Island. I would like to revisit Half-Life 2 in VR at some point. I'm pretty sure I have, but chat, is it on the Full Sauce channel? It is? Vinny, what'd you think of Fallen Aces? That was cool. As if anyone knows that off the top of their heads. Chat member, I swear to God, there are people that know that. You would actually be shocked. I didn't finish Fallen Aces, but what I did play of it was enjoyable, and they were updating it, like, as I was going. And, I thought it was only getting better. I enjoyed it, I thought it was cool. Vinny doesn't even remember a game, and a chat member will be like, it was 55:34 and getting weird with it, part 32. Oh. Bad time to save. All I did was just move the barrel, and it touched another barrel and then exploded. Free TV. Really?
Vital signs.
Must reload after every single shot. My assigned Vinesauce memory to hold is the one where he mentions Gene Simmons' spongy cock twice while playing Final Fantasy XVI. Alright, so listen, that is not exclusive to Final Fantasy XVI streams. That was an old one. Because for some reason, I thought of Gene Simmons just having a spongy, you know, chicken. My assigned Vinesauce memory is the praise Ra during Earthbound. Why was I praising Ra? Is there a reason, or was I just... I do remember it now that you say it. It's like, jeez. Someone said, all my memories are just cringy moments in my life that I remember every now and then. Live not with regrets. I would say. If I was some kind of fucking asshole. But the truth is, one must acquire said things to hopefully grow and build character. And remember, that time you blew a snot bubble at prom, no one remembers that but you. And if they do remember it, they remember it fondly. And when you die, the people that are still alive are gonna be like, he blew a snot bubble at prom. That was the wackiest bastard I ever seen. I miss him. I didn't blow a snot bubble at prom. I did in class, in like 2nd grade, but not in prom, not a prom.
It was touch and go for a minute there.
Dudna Aede. Wasn't that from like Bus Driver Simulator? It was like copyright-free Dwayne Reed Photoshop. People at the arcade are controlling the manhacks here.
35% power.
The guns feel good. Everything here feels very Half-Life 2 in a good way. Mine is, you said if you were drafted into World War I or World War II, you would just die, like not even fight, just die. Yeah. I would listen, but that is if I was drafted with no training. You know, maybe with training, I would be a little bit more likely. Like, I would probably still attempt to do something. Maybe I would be like Private Joker in Full Metal Jacket and just, like, hang back until that one pivotal moment, and then just do, like, reporting on the scene. That one pivotal moment where you die. Well, it's like the butterfly effect, right? Me dying in World War II means that, like, a whole generation of other people maybe get to live. And, like, my line is then wiped out. The rotten seed cannot... cannot continue. It's time again... Is it time again for the clown staple story?
I thought things would be better by now.
Do you know there are more stapler clowns that exist on this planet than you think? Like, for those that don't know, it's clowns that accept money so that you can staple, like, dollar bills to their chest, or their stomach, or, in an extreme case, for $50, or maybe it was 100, I don't remember, their balls. And that's real, I witnessed that in real life. I was invited out to a bar that no longer exists, like 10 years ago. And, chat, wasn't it during Twilight Princess Wii U? So, when was that? What year was that? 2016? 2015? 2014? You were at Lake Hylia. That's right, and there was a clown minigame I was doing. So much of my life is just gone, but I remember where I was and what minigame I was playing while I was talking about a clown's balls getting stapled for $100. But yeah, that's real, and there are other clowns that do that. It's a gimmick that, you know, they can go and hang out at a bar and do a show, swallow some swords, and then end up making, like, I don't know, $300–400 just getting stapled. I don't know, somewhere along the line, this was determined to be a viable profession, and it maybe even useful. In fact, during the pandemic, it was considered an essential business. Have you played or heard of Entropy Zero? I have played it, yeah. There's delta particles for Half-Life 1, which I very much want to stream at some point. That one I haven't checked out, but Entropy Zero was great. Zero 2 in particular, I'm talking about. That was, like, as good as like, in a lot of ways, that was almost as good as actual Half-Life stuff. Oh, is that what they're doing? Thank God for those Combine. Throat dry, eat a cock. Oh wow, it really says that. Black Mesa Blue Shift add-on is great. I'm probably gonna wait for that to be completely finished, but I heard. Well, now they're pissed I'm here. That lighting is dope right now. Oh shit. Oh. Damn. Go! One long, incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic. I'm assuming that's not doing a goddamn thing. Wait.
Get the hell out of here!
I got confused for a second. I thought I was in the same spot. Okay, no, we gotta run. We gotta just run. I'm in danger! Well. Is it on fire at least? No. Okay, I don't know why I got stuck there. That was, maybe that's a glitch? I don't know. Is this Half-Life 2 version B3313? That's a pretty interesting observation. And you're not entirely wrong, but I mean, B3313 is more shitposty. It's Half-Life 2 and Knuckles. This looks like the end of that game, Nobody Wants to Live Forever, that I played in, like, what was it, July? August? Alright, got this Fifth Element soundtrack. Hoppin' my man! Hoppin' my man! Nobody Wants to Die? Yeah, that's it. I'll be my man. I'll be my man. I'll be my man. I'll be my man. God. How's your ad revenue today? I only play ads. I talked about this already last night. I'm not noticing, I haven't really checked, but I haven't really, from what I can tell, things are about the same. People are saying that because there's like a bunch of advertisers pulled out because of, I don't know, some uncouth things I'm, like I said, somewhat aware of things, but not fully aware of things. So, hang on a second. Let's see. Let me check the ad stuff. Yeah, I play so few ads, chat, that it's not really much different. Like, I press the ad button one time, 15 seconds before I end the stream. And basically you get the pre-roll ad when you join, which I prefer didn't, you know, that would be great if that didn't exist. Listen, I'm already pretty lucky, and I'm fine, and I don't need to annoy my chat by pressing an ad button while I'm playing a video game every hour. And I've seen people complain, it's like, that's one thing I have seen is people complain like, oh, I gotta press the ad button every 45 minutes. No. What do you mean you have to? If you, listen, if you spend above your means, then yeah, maybe you have to. But, you know, a lot of Twitch streamers that are in that bracket are doing very well, and life is... You can live kind of frugally and have leftover money. I don't know. I don't know.
It's Freeman!
I'm just saying, this is me. This is my who I am.
Is somebody up there?
But, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm okay. And chat is generous enough with their subs. That sucked. Not for me, for them. Oh! Like, I live in the most expensive, one of the most expensive cities, if not the most expensive city. Sure, I'm in Staten Island, and that is a borough in New York City. So, I do get taxed the same way, even if it is a little bit cheaper quality of, you know, cost of life living here. But I will say that I didn't do Twitch and YouTube full-time until I did enough math to make sure I could live, like, bare minimum and even a little bit more with comfort. Yeah, like a little extra breathing room. And I think, because of how fickle these platforms are, and because of things like adpocalypses, I really do feel like you cannot ever plan on this career as a YouTuber, as a streamer, as, you know, anything on the internet being a permanent thing. And that's one of the reasons why DMCA does... I mean, it's a meme, but it also freaks me out a little bit. Because, you know... Copyright... Porn. Oh, that's porn in the other... mod I played. But copyright stuff and, like, you know, getting channels removed is YouTube's specialties. If YouTube and Twitch died and you couldn't stream, what kind of job would you do? I would do whatever I needed to survive, and... You know, I do have, stuff I could maybe create and sell, like I do records for music. Number one would be, I would just put all of my effort into my music, which I kind of already do. And if that ends up finally making some money, great. If not, then I would get a side gig. I would, you know, I worked 13 years of my life, like, random shit. I would do whatever I had to. I'd apply to different shit. I would love to be a video editor, if I had to. That would be okay. Stapler clown. Voice acting. That is also in the creative field. You don't really know. And I have no idea how to get gigs. And I don't know if I'm good enough for that. Like, I'm okay, but I'm not, like, I didn't take classes. I'm not, like, a professional. But, yeah, I would apply to different things, and I would give it a shot.
Power 15%.
Can we email you for small voice work? People do, and I usually, you know, I don't want to be like... I don't like rejecting people, but if it's like really dumb and really small, you know, and it's like a lot of lines, I'm not really down for that. Like, for example, today I had no amount of free time to myself at all. And I find myself busier and busier as I get older. So I try to take things that are worthwhile, fun as they may be. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but no, I would, and I do, and I'm happy to be asked to do voice roles. And I have some good stuff coming up that I'm excited about, so... Ow. Has anyone ever paid you an exposure? Yeah. I think the paid an exposure thing is a good meme, and it's also, obviously, you don't want that to be... You can't, like, feed yourself on exposure, but at the same time, there are some gigs that I've learned are good to take and to play ball and build a rapport, so that way later maybe there could be more down the road. But I think you still should, you know, at least try to get something. But yeah, networking is important. Like MagFest. MagFest, if I can be completely honest, is paying absolute dog shit. And I don't give a I don't even care. I am just so happy they asked me to do this. Like, seriously, it's the most amazing gig ever. I don't, you know, none of the band gives a shit. We're just happy to do it. It's a dream come true. But yes, you should at least attempt to get paid. Like, don't undervalue yourself. But also, there are creatives that are probably making less money than others that might offer a cool little project too. So, you know, if they offer like only a little bit, some gigs are worth kind of taking, in my opinion. I'm not a professional in this industry, so don't listen to me. This is all my own opinion. But you know, favors for friends, or like, you know, something to build a portfolio where you can take like a pay hit a little bit. That's something I personally would do. But I'm not here to speak for everybody, and I'm not a voice actor. In fact, I'm not a part of a union, and there are unions and all that fun stuff, so just don't listen to me at all. At all. If you do, like, this kind of work in the industry, and you know more than I do, then you're, you know, obviously just disregard. Would you ever work at Nintendo if they offered you a job? Dog, I'm 40. I'm thinking about retirement. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't think I would want to work at Nintendo. No, I'm good. And I don't actually plan on retiring. As long as I get to do what I enjoy, and I feel good doing it, I'll do it. If I stop feeling good doing it, then I don't do it. And, you know, just try to save as much money along the way as possible. I know you're joking, Vinny, but Willie Nelson just put out an album at the age of 90. That's something like, you know, Leonard Cohen put out an album before he died. Bowie put out a great album before he died. Like, I think Pearl Jam put out a pretty great album. They're about to be 60. Like, if the work is fun and you're enjoying it, great. If you get to make some money, great. But I just want to be able to do stuff that I enjoy as much as possible. I did the 13 years, like I said, of all the other stuff. And I went to college and got my debt and paid my dues. And, I'm just happy I get to do all this. It's really cool. And also, you know, I work hard to make it happen, too. Not working harder than someone who works in a fucking coal coal mine. But I'm trying my best to justify my existence on this wretched planet. I'm very confused. Oh. Oh! The cool MILFs. That's where I'll be working. Someone said they've had a couple crashes playing this and that I should save. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh! Oh yeah, I got it. Refuse reparation rifle. Are they immune? So for those unfamiliar, this was a concept of a beta weapon, right? In Half-Life, but it never happened. It's time to get the fuck out of here. No? Guess not. Get me into the Citadel. Cremators are canon to Half-Life 2, but we never see them technically. Search for a button. Oh, that's a button. Kind of. Yeah, this is pretty good, chat. The gameplay is good. The combat encounters have been good. I don't think it's quite on the same level of quality as Half-Life 2, but not much is. But it's damn close. That's a hell of a death. Damn. Whose handle is lemons and orange graffiti tag? 17 up. Oh, like City 17. That's good. I like that. Propsy, like propaganda. Pepsi. Packs. Someone said I literally couldn't ask for a better night. Got a big old pie of cheesy pizza, 4-liter Coke, and vine sauce. That's all you need, huh? What are you doing with that 4-liter? It's funny because you saying that you had like soda made me want soda for the first time in a while. All I have is this lousy water. Didn't you have cream soda or something recently? Yeah, once in a blue moon, like if I'm at like a restaurant or something, or like a burger joint, I'll grab like a root beer or a cream soda, but it's once every couple weeks. One is probably the most it happens, and even then, it's usually I go, I think 5-6 months in between soda consumption most of the time. But yeah, once in a while, it's a nice treat. Not soda related, but what kind of tea do you like? I like Earl Grey a little bit. I like black tea, green tea. Just your standard black tea that you get at like a Chinese food place. So I'm good with that. In fact, on Friday I went to a Chinese food restaurant that my friend recommended that I had never been to, that was in Chinatown in New York. And it's supposed to be like really, it was like one of them really good ones. And it was really good. It was really, really good. But you know what, chat? I went, and it was just me. And the place was busy. And they had a big round table. And they said, I'm like, where do I sit? And they just pointed at the table. So it was like maybe you could fit 6-7 people at the table. It wasn't Joe's Shanghai, no. And I just sat there with 2 other people, and then another 3 people joined. And you know what I learned? No, not a lazy Susan, but here's what I learned. No one gives a fuck about you. You could just eat your food, and you're fine. And I just ate my food, and I was fine. It's New York City, no one cares. But yeah, the sharing table thing is pretty... Lamar? the sharing table thing is pretty common, but I was just really in the mood for Chinese food, and I got like pan-fried noodles, beef with pan-fried noodles, and it was outstandingly good. It was really fucking awesome. And so they're crispy noodles because they fry them, but then there's like a brown sauce that's on the dish, and there's a vegetable, like usually broccoli or bok choy or something. And the noodles are crispy, but then if you put them in the sauce, they absorb the sauce, and they become... So it's a mix of crispy and not crispy noodle. And I love that shit. That stuff is really good. It's called hoisin sauce. Yes, but they do call it brown sauce, and I cook with hoisin, and the truth is, they usually combine hoisin with some other stuff. Like oyster sauce, or, you know, some soy, or like, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Oh god, I can't think of the name of it. Not teriyaki. Oyster? Ponzu, ponzu, thank you. Yes, ponzu. But what was why did I mention food? I don't even remember why I mentioned that. It doesn't matter, it's just whatever comes to mind is what I do here. Because pizza and soda? Oh, tea. Well, yes, they give you hot tea in a glass at the table as well. And I guess it was just your basic black tea, but for some reason, maybe it was because it was cold out. Maybe it was because I was just really, like, in the right frame of mind for tea, but it was like the best. It was like the best tea ever. Oolong? I don't know if I like oolong tea. Is Staten Island freezing? No, not today. Do you like boba? Yes, I like boba tea. I had that at Comic-Con. They had a boba tea. I had like a milk tea with the balls in it. When they dip their balls in it. What is that called? That's just boba, right? Well, it was like tapioca kind of thing. It was good. It was really good. Not my usual, not my go-to, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Chamomile? Yeah, once in a while. I could have made that rhyme a little bit better, but chat, you synced it? Where do I bring this? Where you got it? Really? Oh. Dudes have fucking vocoders on their voice. In the future, our military and the Combine, well, obviously the Combine military in this case, will have auto-tune on their voices. Vinny, did you just call it the city? I'm in Upper New Jersey and people you know don't live here call it the whole name of New York City. Yes, I sometimes clarify on stream that it's New York City or Manhattan, but growing up, basically my whole life as a Staten Islander was to call New York City or Manhattan the city. And you just go to the city. From upstate, and everybody just calls it the city. It's a thing. Yeah, it's easy that way, I guess. We all know which city. Otherwise, you would say Parsippany. Or Albany. Kind of funny how late you get the shotgun in this. Your flamethrower is your replacement shotgun. Someone said, what's this mod about? So this is like based on original beta elements of Half-Life 2. From the design to some of the characters and weapons and the scripting. It's a labor of love to recreate what Half-Life 2 might have been, kind of, if they stuck with the original vision. That might be the best way to describe it, I'm not sure. Vinny, you know, the more you talk about the shit part of New York City, the more I don't want to visit it. That's fine, we don't need more tourists. Jokes aside, I do like New York City a lot, and there's a lot of problems, as there are most big cities, but there's a lot of good stuff. And a lot of great food, a lot of things to do, a lot of great concerts, and there's just a lot of, like, iconic places to go to and visit, and history. So, there's a feeling, too. There's, like, a weird New York City vibe that is just so particular. And you feel it, like there's an energy. I don't know how to explain it. Most of the energy you feel is getting mugged, but when it's not that, it's just kind of cool. I'm visiting New York City soon. Do you know how to get to Carnegie Hall from Staten Island? Yeah, practice, practice, practice. Also, it's not really for introverts. Did living in New York City give you main character syndrome as a kid? As a kid. Like, I still don't have it. Yeah, listen. Seeing that Mario and Luigi were Italians from Brooklyn, and that was, like, the biggest thing in the world, and also, they were my favorite. And then seeing that I lived near Brooklyn, and was a New Yorker, and an Italian-American, and all that fun stuff. And then Ghostbusters took place in New York City. That was my other favorite thing. So yeah, a little bit. Ninja Turtle. Oh yeah, and then there was that thing that happened. But other than that, yeah, a lot of good things, and I definitely had some idea of New York being a very important place. Whether or not you agree with that, you know, other chat members, like, it's not the most important place in the world, probably, but it is pretty goddamn important. But Staten Island also is like the biggest small town in the world. In a weird way. So, there's also the underdog syndrome. I mean, we are called the Forgotten Borough, and the reason for that is a lot of times, like, we're not connected by train at all to the city. We have, funding usually doesn't go to us. You know, there's an expensive toll. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that made Staten Island feel pretty separate, and me feel still like a tourist in my own city. What are your thoughts on Boston? It's alright, it's no City 17. I love Boston. I actually genuinely really enjoy that city a lot. What is that? Thoughts on Jupiter? Scary. Jupiter is a frightening planet. Oh, there he is. Really batting 1,000 with these grenades. If there were off-world colonies in your lifetime, would you do it? Let's be... Okay, if you want to talk about the hypothetical... no, I wouldn't. No, because... You'd want to be 100 years or so after that starts. You don't want to be the first 100 years of that. However, if they say... If you do this, you live like a god, and we give you anything you need, and you're gonna live in like a you know, you're gonna have every video game, the whole Steam library. I still wouldn't do it. And this is why they want to make replicants, chat. This is literally the plot of Blade Runner. And then they make replicants to do the off-world labor. And then the replicants start becoming more conscious and sentient. And then they come back to Earth. And then Harrison Ford has to stop them. But the thing is, they're not all that bad. More human than human, perhaps. Even the replicants don't want to live out there. No. What's that video where the dude is speaking, like, he's like, skibbity bop bop beep bop, and he's like, not the skibbity toilet. But it's like an auto-tuned thing that's speaking. Also, you like how I walked into that water? The roach, yeah, the roach. Can you link me to the roach video, chat, if anyone has a moment to do so? The spinning roach, please. Yeah, he's like skiddly bop, beetle up. This is what they sound like.
Sure are. They just arrived. Straight from the best aquafarm in Retroville.
Aquafarm?
Oh, where do you think? From Pacifica? That trash from the sea's no good. It'll make you sick.
No, I don't want the concert version. Thank you. This is the one. 20 million views. Almost skibbity, it's a skibida. Very different. Very meaningful. That turn off the electricity? You missed the Vortigaunt being used as a battery? Boy, I miss a lot of things, don't I? Oh, that's what's going on in there. Shit. That's what's weird to me, though. Like, what, you know, we don't milk electric eels. Or, like, put them in, like, little tanks. And, like, have them swim around. You know, and just keep, like, feeding them, like, roaches or whatever they eat. I don't know, maybe roaches are on my mind from the Skip It Up video, but... I don't know, feels like kind of a cheaper, maybe even safer, cleaner form of energy. Just electric eel milk. Oh, that just opens. Well, silly me. I could just see the eel now in like a stretching chamber. It wouldn't be ethical. I don't think anything about this is ethical. Oh shit. Probably deserved. Please stay away from aquariums. Too late. I've been to a couple. They don't have electric eels at the aquariums though, because they would probably cause a lot of trouble for the other fish. They do at Boston? Well, that's just an amazing aquarium. Man. I'm not gonna play this that much longer for now. I'll tell you what, this does make me appreciate Alex and some more of the, like, the lightness with, like, Dog and Barney being a klutz. I mean, I guess you get a little bit of that earlier, but I'm glad they lightened up the game a little bit when they started figuring out what they wanted it to be. It really came together nicely in the end. Are you planning on completing this? Maybe. How much more of this is there, Chad? I think it's up to Nova Prospect, right? So... three more streams of this. It's up through Ravenholm. I think they updated it, maybe. I heard it was through Nova Prospect. You get as far as the mines past Ravenholm. Goes until the end of Ravenholm. There's a demo for Nova Prospect that you could play. I'll consider it. But yeah, I only played like 15-20 minutes of it yesterday, so I feel like no matter what, I wanted to see what this was all about. And oh god, and I've enjoyed it a lot so far. It's almost like playing a lost Half-Life game, and that's the biggest compliment I could probably pay to the devs. They did a really good job. Which dumpster was it found in? It was Saddam's.
Come in, Station 4. Mike from Station 7 here. Area. Do what you can to help him through the canals. We'll set him up when he reaches us. Please confirm reception. Our radio's been acting up lately. Over.
Yeah. I don't think they survived in here. I mean, they just died via despair more than anything else. Oh yeah, and the radiation poisoning, but mostly despair and a broken heart. Oh, a fucking AK-47? AKM. Oh man, I should be able to do a slide and like a dodge roll. Of course there's like an AK. Bulletproof potato chips. All stale and moldy. I don't know about wanting to spend, like, that much time in a world like this, but it's nice to visit for a little while. Favorite form of potato? Noel Gallagher. I don't know, if you're talking about, like, type of potato, there's a lot of different types for different purposes, and I've learned that the hard way a couple times. That certain potatoes are not best for baking, for example. But in terms of preparation, I like Potatoes kind of like thin with salt and pepper in the oven. I like that kind of thing, and I like a good hash brown. I like mashed potatoes are good, but not my favorite. But they are good. They're never like my go-to meal, but I like when I'm eating them, I enjoy them. Oh.
Yeah, waste ammo on a weapon you don't have a lot of ammo for. Yes. Yeah.
I thought there was Combine up there. Ooh. That might be the way to go, but, yeah, I'm just gonna get to the next loading zone. Whatever that is, we'll start at the beginning next time. Once again, a lot of fun to play this. I'm glad it exists. I may not finish it. I'm not sure if I will, but I had a good enough time with this that I'm very inclined to want to come back to it. Oh. Any criticisms? Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned them throughout the playthrough. I feel like what Valve settled on ended up being, like, the smart stuff, because otherwise this is just too goddamn bleak. I think that the intro is a little long. The dialogue in the beginning of the lab is very long-winded. I don't know, I think in Half-Life, you get the gravity gun by now, in OG Half-Life 2. So the combat is a little repetitive, and, it's a little generic, like with the AK kind of showing up. But the strengths are that the gameplay is good, the combat situations are still fun. Gravity gun is after canals. Oh, I was wrong then. Shit. But yeah, it's just, I guess it's hard to fully articulate, but at the moment, it feels, like I said before, really close to the level of quality that you want from a Half-Life mod, like a really good one. And I don't know, in spots it touches Valve quality, so that's pretty good. And as you can tell, I'm having a hard time putting it down. Devs from this are also working on Half-Life RTX. Oh, really? I'm glad that this game is being celebrated in a variety of ways. Holy shit. I thought that was a turret. I don't know why. Really? Did I really do that? Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna... This last combat encounter. That was a turret, I'm just dumb. Ah! Physics. What are these noises? Oh, I gotta grab another one. Wap, 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 wap. All that energy just to open this one door. Chat, there's a face in that wall damage. Alright. Gonna stop here. It's really good. It's really, really fun to play, and once it gets going, it really gets going. So, you know, the music may activate a little bit of tinnitus, but you can fix that with a little bit of this. We'll take a break. And I will be back with Dragon Quest III in just a couple minutes. So stick around.